been able to show our commitment to those communities. And I think I'm a big believer that if you're going to run for higher office, you need to start small first and then move up. I'm not going to talk about Appia and AHOA, but I think chambers provide a problem for Indian companies at times. That's why we're members, we work with FICCI and we work with CII, because what we're finding now is we're finding competition with American-based companies for a number of things. The number one issue is talent. You know, there's such a talent shortage in this country. Everybody is fighting for that talent. And that's why, you know what, I'm taking resumes from MIT before the Googles and the other Facebooks come around. But, you know, and what happens is that people use chambers as a way of maybe pushing a political agenda. You know, this is a public document, and I feel like I can talk about it, although I haven't cleared it with my bosses, but I'm going to still talk about it, is that Microsoft, for example, has put out a report talking about STEM education, and they feel that H-1B visa fees should go up from $2,500 to $15,000. Now, that's okay if you're Microsoft. You can afford a $15,000 per application fee. But that's going to take out a lot of other companies who won't be able to afford that. That's a talent grab. Now, what are they doing that through? They're doing that through chambers. I can tell you one thing. I try to dispel any myths about outsourcing. I don't see many American chambers of commerce talking about outsourcing. Now, it's important to us. FICCI carries it. CII carries it. Ambassador Singh carries it. But American-based chambers don't. So I kind of find a way, we want to be part of the American solution. Problem is we have to convince people to let them know that we are part of that solution and we're not part of the problem.
I just add in here that only once in the last 7 years that we've been bringing out that study on investing in America, we had the US Chamber of Commerce partner with us. And they did it 1 year, and after they were told to lay off. Some questions out there.
Hi, can you hear me? Is the problem of reverse brain drain still sort of acknowledged given the uncertain economy? And this might be pertinent to the ambassador, but others, please feel free to weigh in and how what's changing out there given that we have the elections coming up.
What do you mean by reverse brain drain?
Well, there was this concern late in 2008, 2009. Well, it's been an ongoing concern about especially engineers and scientists going back to India because of favorable conditions there, and that, you know, given the shortage that we have of well-qualified STEM educated people here, is there any policy